Hey, everybody, welcome to the seventh episode of the MDMC Facebook Live series, where I sit down with some of the amazing Midwest Digital Marketing Conference speakers and we talk about some of the hottest trends in digital marketing. My name is Brianna Smith, and I am the Executive Director of the Midwest Digital Marketing Conference here in St. Louis. This year, the 2020 conference is taking place April 8th through 10th, and I'm really excited because today I have a guest who was able to join me on our Facebook Live series last year, and he was a speaker at MDMC 19, and he is joining us again. I'm excited to have Stefan Pettersson, and he is an executive brand strategist and concept developer for the travel industry. He has his knowledge and skills have helped so many entrepreneurs. He also works as a supervisor for independent, small, and mid-sized business owners, and he's taught entrepreneurs strategic marketing, marketing communication, sales, and concept development. He was a big hit last year at the conference and on our Facebook Live series. I'm so excited to have him back. Hi, Stefan. How are you doing?
Hi. I don't have words. It was so fantastic. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for letting me be here again.
Of course.
Last year, I tried to make some jokes about the difference between Sweden and Switzerland, but it didn't work out well. So this year, I'm just at home. I'm not having a Volvo car with me, and I don't have the music of ABBA behind me. I'm sitting on an IKEA chair, maybe, but otherwise, yeah, I'm back.
Awesome.
Nice to
We're
see you.
so excited to have you back. Again, if they didn't see you last year's conference or didn't catch you on our Facebook Live last year, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you do?
I run a small company together with my partner and also colleague. She's what we called, if we were a rock band, she's the drummer and the bass player, and I try to be the lead singer. So this is kind of a road tour like Motley Crue, but a little bit nicer maybe. And what we do is actually we work with different cities, destinations, and areas that want to develop a more sustainable long-term strategy for taking care of people who live there and tourists and like everyone that's included in this area. So we try to help them to find a good strategy and to find a target group maybe that should live there or visit there, So that's what we do. Yeah.
So exciting. Well,
yeah.
If anyone is whoever's joining us, please let us know where you're joining from, because I can definitely say we are not in the same place. I am in St. Louis, Missouri. And where are you at, Stefan?
Yeah, I'm in outside Stockholm in the archipelago on a small island called Rindö, in Sweden.
Oh my goodness. So we are very far apart right now. So tell us where you guys are.
That's why I have all these spotlights and things, because it's totally dark here now.
Yeah, middle of the day here, but yes. But hey, that's digital, and we're all the time. Anywhere you go. So hey, Andy, thanks for joining us. And he loves the Stones pick behind you. So
yeah. The house gods.
Awesome. So don't forget, if you guys have any questions at any point in time, throw them in the comments and we'll answer them live. Or if you're watching this after we're live, you can also ask questions in the comments and we will answer them. But now we're going to dive into some questions. So my first question right now, what do you think is the most hipster city right now? And this is going to go along with his session, so I promise I'll tie it back in.
Everybody, okay, now she's actually you jumped direct on him. He has a beard. We need to ask him hipster questions. No, my session is about that, actually.
Yes.
It's a lot about how to use the hipster culture in a way, how to market in that way, what can we actually draw out of this culture. And actually, I need to start to tell you that it is a way how to describe if you have a hipster city or not. It was actually it was like it's a company, it's like a relocation company that called Move Hub that started to measure what is the hipster index. And what they did, they were actually talking with like almost 500 cities all around the world and try to measure. They use 5 different data, 5 different key numbers, and that was actually how many vegan eateries, how many coffee shops, how many tattoo studios, how many vintage boutiques, and how many record stores per 100,000 city residents.
Oh, wow.
And then they get this index, and everybody in the whole world say, yeah, that must be us, okay?
It's a formula.
Especially those with like 500 residents. But they were counted out, so they actually took it. It must be, I think, 150,000, something like that, to be in the score. And then they started to count, and the winner was actually Brighton in the UK. That was the most hippiest city, according to this. And on the second place, just 1 millimeter from it, it was like, you don't say millimeter in US.
It's a very small amount.
Very small thing, anyway. Just close to that was Portland in the US. Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah. Okay, but that is, of course, that is if you measure it statistically. But if you think about with the atmosphere and everything, someone else probably going to win, don't you think? Maybe.
I'm sure there's many cities that think that they are, the number one in this category.
we have to mention in the UK there is one city that's called Bristol. That is really, really a hipster city, I think, because of the atmosphere. And we should not forget Stockholm in Sweden. The south side of Stockholm, you can find a lot of interesting shops and interesting boutiques there as well. So it's good. A lot of hipsters.
That's very interesting. I did not know that they had a formula for that.
No.
So I guess if you do this formula and you find that your city is part of the hipster culture, how can someone take advantage of the hipster culture globalization with their marketing?
It is, I think it's perfect for middle-sized or smaller businesses. Because if you have these kind of attractive areas where people actually you start to build up small shops that is vintages, small coffee shops. And if you start and try to think about that you run a business with passion, then it's perfect for the hipster culture.
So they want brands they connect with, businesses they can connect with, not just
that's right. And you combine your messages. You can combine it and cooperate with others. So you actually gonna live the saying "cooperate or die." Okay. So you can put together and you can talk about come here to this place, because this is also a way how to bring back, like old traditions, local culture, etc. So it's not about big chains like with the disposable products. It's more like to do everything with a good quality, and it demands time to experience,
Okay, so definitely. I mean, it's quality and experience, and those things being unique and authentic, I think, are really, would be key. Not trying to just be cool to be cool, but actually being authentic.
That's right. Otherwise, there is a downside to it, of course, and we need to think about that as well. What happens is that if you have like I heard this man. He owned a little bar somewhere in Germany, and he said in an interview, he said like that: the first sign of having to move is when a vintage store starts to open.
Oh, goodness.
Because then all the people come there and they are cool and they are like sitting in a cafe. They are try to, they don't do so much, but they're talking about how to make movies, how to write a book. It starts to get attractive, and all the costs are actually rising. so people can't afford to live there anymore. And then the downside that the only one who can live there, they are not the hipsters. And the only stores that can be there would be the bigger chains. So then you actually try to, so we need to think about how to actually keep them in this hot spot where it's attractive but not too expensive, to keep to actually talk about living like a local, act like a local.
Yeah. Very cool. Very interesting.
Yeah, it is.
And how do you, this very different and new mindset, how do you think we can use it as marketers?
We have to use what we call social proof in our marketing. There is a lot of if you go to buy things on the internet, they use it a lot. They talk about we have what something happening. Okay, we have to see how much products we still are in stock. We have just 25 more, so you need to buy now. There is one thing of trying to get people to buy, but what we can do here is actually to share what we know that our favorite customers experience, so we can share it and we can become shareable, so people that visit us also can share their experience. And in this way we create a feeling of authenticity and honesty in all communication. So we gather people around us that we that like us, and so we have a community. You can call it a tribe. And then we start to tell the same story. And that is a kind of a new mindset, I think, for this marketing. Yeah.
I think so too. I think it's definitely an evolution of our marketing that we need to pay attention to and take advantage of. Awesome. All right. Yeah. So I don't see any questions yet, though I do see Andy Hudson found for us that in an article, St. Louis was ranked number 34 on the Hipster Index. So we're
the move, huh? Okay, that's great. you can see all the cities there, and then you can just map them out. And you go on a long journey, and of course you need to come by our island.
Definitely.
Okay?
Definitely.
Yeah, we do everything like this. Yeah, so that's good. And I think that is very important for people who work with marketing, that it start with this cooperation, to cooperate with others. Because if you start to show a lot of nice things, then you become more attractive, because the neighbor is also attractive, and this is the like that. And so you stop showing just the arena and just the church and just the square. I mean, it's just talk about the lifestyle, more of that. Yeah. Create this, what do you call it, FOMO. Fear
of missing out. Yes, creating that FOMO. Awesome. Well, I guess maybe I'll create a little FOMO right now. And I'm going to do a sneak peek of MDMC so you guys can see what you would be missing out on. And then we'll jump back into some of my questions and some of your guys' questions. All right. Oh. Forgot the audio. Technology. 1 second. Okay.
Ed Reggie here with the Midwest Digital Marketing Conference 2019. Tell me in your own words, why did you come here to St. Louis, Missouri at this conference?
I like this one because it's a little more intimate for me, right? There's tons of content here. There's a lot of folks that are here, but even just last night, I was able to connect with brands that I know of that are here, and I would have never sort of expected them to be here.
I'm interested in marketing and communications just because I study political communication, so I've studied how candidates use advertising in their election campaigns, and of course now they're using social media.
I think in general, conferences are about learning new things. It's a place outside of the classroom where you can actually see what people are doing, how it works. So for one of the biggest marketing things in the country in St. Louis, it was perfect.
My favorite part about this conference is that people are here to learn. They're super approachable. They have wonderful conversations. I just think it's a conference where you can come in and soak up so much in 48 hours.
We've enjoyed very much being here. It's a vibrant conference, well attended, great questions. Honored to be here.
It's been really wonderful to be able to hear not only the different geographical places people have come from, but the huge brands that are traveling to be able to attend these sessions and these events. And a lot of these brands have attended year after year, so they're really seeing great value to do that.
It's the fact that they truly care about their local community and that they can make me feel inspired to come be part of it all the way from Florida. There's something happening that's special with that.
I think it's just important for us to support initiatives that are here. I think typically with things like this and with all of the amazing brands and companies, we will have to usually hop on a plane to get to that.
We're trying to create a community here, and a lot of people have told me, wow, this is almost like a community. I feel like I meet a lot of great people, new friends. We're all working hard to make this happen, kind of for St. Louis, and to create that atmosphere.
All right, so hopefully you guys aren't having too. Well, actually, I hope you are having a lot of FOMO if you haven't bought your ticket yet.
What was that event? That was an exciting event.
Yes. Awesome. So we do have a question. So Andy asks, is influencer marketing a good way to help with the hipster culture, or is that not genuine enough?
Oh, is it not? I think influencer marketing is actually a good way, but it is like you need to get as less corporate bullshit like. You need to be like it's like if you have one person visiting your shop or your company or like that, and this person talk about it like because they enjoy it, so you get a real feeling. It's about a real experience. Then influencer marketing is absolutely really good for this because they are part of this what do you call it? The communiverse, we said, communication universe. So you need to spread the word that this is a place, but be true and actually show the real experiences. So you keep this nice feeling for the hipster cities, the hipster blocks, the hipster court, everything. So that's really, that's really good.
Yeah.
I think
definitely, authentic influencers. I think the right ones would be the key thing. You can't just use anybody. You need to really, really be specific in who you work with.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So that's great.
Yeah. Great question, Andy. If you guys have any other great questions or any questions at all, throw them into the comments and we will answer them.
Not so great questions.
Any questions. But whether it's about what we're talking about with this hipster marketing and the globalization of that, or just about the conference. If you guys are curious about the conference and you don't want to worry about missing out on how amazing it is, then definitely ask in the comments. But I do want to share a bit more with everybody about what you will be talking about at the conference. So would you mind sharing a bit about what attendees can expect to learn during your session, which is called The Hipster Culture is the New Globalization, and it's taking over the world?
Yeah, it does. What can people learn? I think I'm going to give a lot of pro tips for middle-sized or smaller businesses, examples from all over the world. Yeah, there is Daniela. That's my partner as well. She's going to be with us as well. And so the pro tips, is going to learn a lot about how do other places in the world, how do they market their hipster culture? How do they market? What tricks, what campaigns do they have? And it's also a lot of what we call corkscrew thinking, to skip the traditional way of marketing. And we try to say that we have the corkscrew thinking for destinations that want to become attractive, not only for visitors, but for all citizens. Because what we call, last year, I talked about the end of tourism.
Mm-hmm.
And that keeps on, because now we're going to call everybody for temporary citizens. So we're going to share a lot of interests and the lifestyle is going to be the attractive thing. And that is a lot of those examples, cases, and campaigns I'm going to talk about. So it's going to be really cool. I think it is. Yeah,
it sounds like it. It sounds very interesting, especially if you have, your audience falls in that very different kind of target audience that is going to need a different way of marketing to and a different way of interacting with in order to be successful. I think that would be perfect for you. You've been to MDMC. There are a lot of sessions. We have nearly 100. So when someone's building their schedule, how are they going to know this is the right session for them to attend?
I should say that. Yeah?
Yes.
What's the question?
Yes. How do they know if this is the session for them?
I'm sorry, I was reading Cody Goodrich or something. Yeah, okay.
Yes, Cody is excited for your session. Hey, Cody.
Yeah. I know him from last year, and we're going to meet again. It's fantastic. Okay. What was the question?
People have a lot of sessions to choose from when they're at the conference. How do they know if yours is the right session for them to attend?
I think everybody who works with middle-sized and small companies would try to help the market or work with social media and try to figure out how to market them. And also for companies that have a bigger passion than a wallet. Okay? Because we are going to talk like David and Goliath, how can David compete? Okay,
yes.
So that is really important. And also if there are people working with destinations, like destination managers or management in some kind, and they are looking for something else than just how to market their stadium or church, they should come. Okay. And actually, I want to invite all people that have the courage to skip traditional marketing and want
try
to
something new.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They are
awesome.
most welcome. It's going to be fun.
Awesome. So another question from Andy. Always got some good questions, Andy. So about MDMC, when do you start building your schedule? So as soon as you buy your ticket, you can log into your account on the website. There's a little login button, and you can start favoriting your sessions so that they save, and you can start building that, and then you'll be able to log in anytime to that and see what sessions you have on your list. That'll also sync over to the app if you're an attendee, which is really nice. You don't have to check in for any sessions like pre-register to attend other than the pre-conference workshops. Those do require pre-registration, but it's a first come, first seat for everybody. So we do have some sessions that are standing room only, but so if there's one you absolutely love, you want to make sure you get there early and get a good seat. But you can start building the schedule. The full schedule is on the website. We don't really expect there to be any changes unless something crazy happens. So you can start seeing all the different sessions and start figuring out, all right, I'm going to attend Stefan's session here, and I'm going to attend Marissa's session here, and you can start thinking about that. But that information is all on the website right now. And if you have any trouble building your schedule, you can always reach out to us at info@bestmarketingconference.com, and we can help you building your schedule. But you definitely just you don't have to build in advance if you don't want to. You are not forced to. And then my other question would be, Stefan, for you and your partner as well. Who are you excited to see speak at the conference? So when you're not speaking in your session, who do you think you're going to be seeing?
There is a lot of people I want to see. It's actually impossible to see them all.
Yes.
Okay. But first of all, I want to meet all my friends that we actually connected with last year.
Yeah.
And I mean, between the sessions and in the hallway with all the people that actually showing their stuff, it's great many people. Okay. So there is a lot of connections to be done. Okay. That we look forward. And we are quite curious about Mr. Jeff, the head beard. One of the sessions. Yeah.
Yes.
Because he has this, I think he is like a company called Manly Pinterest Something
Yep.
like that.
He is a very unique in that aspect. You always think of Pinterest
Yeah.
as being very female and all about women, and he has taken a different approach and shares his insights. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's cool. He's like top pro tips, of course, comedy, storytelling, everything. It's fun, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and he has a magnificent beard.
I was gonna say, you guys can like be beard buddies.
Men with beards, we like stick together, you know? It's like that.
Like a club at MDMC.
Yeah. We say if you don't grow, you don't know. Fantastic.
That's pretty funny.
So we look forward. But there is a lot of nice people, interesting, funny people in the marketing business that do a lot of fun and fantastic things there. So we want to go around and say hi to everybody.
Awesome. I know it can be hard. It can be hard to choose who you're going to see. But if you haven't got your ticket yet, if you do get a General Plus or a VIP ticket, you do get audio from all the sessions. So obviously you can't be in 100 sessions across 2 days, but you can at least listen to them afterwards in case there's someone that you missed. But everyone, no matter your ticket price, you will get the presentation decks. Yeah. But make sure you don't miss out on this and you don't miss out on Stefan's session.
No.
Our discounted tickets go end at the end of this month, so they're $180. The cheapest ticket is $189 for access to all the sessions and keynotes and everything. It goes up to $199 at the beginning of the next month. So you want to get in there and get your ticket. I know we already sold out of one of the pre-conference workshops if you're interested in the workshops. But I'm so excited that you're coming back, Stefan. I mean, all the way from your little island, coming all the way to little St. Louis.
Yes, we're going to. And this time we bring a family.
Oh, fantastic! I'm so glad, and you'll be able to see all the new things at St. Louis Union Station, where we're having the conference. We have our new aquarium and all that stuff, so it'll be awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, if you guys didn't have a chance to ask your question, or you could think of it later, throw it in the comments, and I'll make sure that we answer it and get back to you. And I hope that you guys get to join Stefan and I at MDMC. Before we go, I'll give another quick sneak peek at the conference, but I want to give a quick thank you so much, Stefan, for joining me today. You're always such a blast to have on our Facebook Live series.
Yeah. Take care.
Thank you. All right. And we will see you guys next Tuesday for the next episode. Bye.